Hi guys, today we're going to go through the Eureka video. I'm going to go through it along with you and provide you with more learning opportunities to practice before you actually go and practice on your own with the problem set. So hopefully this is helpful. I think that it will be good because we're going to work on taking our time through some of these problems. Now, when you see this paper, it says pause now and try it on your own. You need to pause the video and try it on your own. And then unpause the video and we will walk through it together.
Hi, Ms. Bertuman here. Today we're going to be reading and writing multi-digit numbers. Here's what we'll need for today's lesson. Let's begin. On our place value chart, let's write 1,708. What is the value of 1? The value of 1 is 1,000. What is the value of 7? 700. What is the value of 1,000? 8 ones. What is the value? What is the value of 0? 0 tens. What is the value of 8? 8 ones. What is the value of 1,708? The value is 1,708. So 1,708 is the same as 1,000 plus 700 plus 8. Let's write this as a number sentence now. Please write the following number on your
What she's doing here is she's putting these numbers into expanded form by taking each individual digit and breaking it out into its place value and what it is worth. So the value of each digit is what it is worth, and she's taking and writing those numbers underneath. So once she has all of her digits and the value of each digit, she is going to add them together to create our expanded form. So that is what is known as expanded form.
Please write the following number on your place value chart. Then show the value of each digit on the bottom of the place value chart.
We're going to do this one together. So on your place value chart, you need to go ahead and write. You should have this place value chart. It is in your blue folder in a page protector. So from there, you're going to need to go ahead and write a 5 in the ones place, an 8 in the tens place, a 0 in the hundreds place, a 7 in the thousands place, and a 2 in the 10,000s place. After you write those digits, I want you to try on your own to see if you can write out the value of each digit. So now you need to pause and try it on your own. Hopefully you paused and tried your problem on your own, but we're going to go ahead and do it together. So if you have a 5 in the ones place, the value of this 5 is going to be 5 ones. The 8 in the tens place is worth 80 ones. The hundreds has a 0. That's worth nothing, so we don't need to write anything for our hundreds place. There's a 7 in our thousands place, which is worth 7,000. And finally, there's a 2 in the 10,000s place, which is worth 20,000. Now let's see what our InSync teacher or our Eureka teacher has to say about this.
Why is there no term representing the hundreds? This is because the 0 stands for nothing. So if I added a 0 to this number, it wouldn't change the value. Let's write an addition sentence to represent 27,085.
Now I would like for you to try it on your own. So try this, writing the addition sentence on your own. Pause the video and try it on your own. Hopefully you've paused the video and tried it on your own by now.
Please say the addition sentence with me. 20,000 plus 7,000 plus 80 plus 5 equals 27,085.
Now we're going to do a problem. I would like for you to try one more problem on your own. I'm going to share that problem with you. Right now. For this problem, I want you to try on your own. I would like for you to try. Okay, write this number in expanded form. Remember, one way to start is by breaking down each number into each digit's individual place value. Try on your own. Write an equation for your expanded form. Now let's see if you got it right. In the ones place, we have a 1. In our tens place, we have the value of 80. In our hundreds place, we have the value of 200. In our thousands place, we have the value of 3,000. And in our 10,000s place, we have the value of 50,000. When we put those numbers together, we end up with our expanded form equation. 50,000 plus 3,000 plus 200 plus 80 plus 1 is equal to 53,281. Let's go back to the video because she's now going to show us word form.
You said 27,085. What do you notice about the way that I wrote the number in word form and also the way that I wrote it in standard form? We can see that there is a comma after 27 in both word form and in number form.
Now let's try to write our number that we just wrote in word form. When we read a number, we need to remember to read each period. So every period is separated by a comma. So you need to start with the first period. And my students, we talked about place value houses. So in the thousands house, let's refresh our memory of place value houses for those of us who might not remember. So our place value houses, we have houses for each period. So a period is a piece of a number that's separated by a comma. And I like to teach using place value houses because it helps me remember that how to read a number, because I think that fourth graders struggle a lot with reading larger numbers because sometimes we forget where we're supposed to say the word thousand or we're supposed to say the word million. So here's our place value houses. And each house has 3 rooms, okay? I'm just gonna abbreviate because we don't have a ton of room, right? So then we have 10,000 and then the 100,000. In this house, we have the next highest place value is going to be the millions place, and then 10 millions, and then 100 millions. These place value houses are going to be identified for each first place value. So if you think about the pattern between each house, we have a ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, tens, or 10,000, 100,000, millions, 10 millions, 100 millions. So think about the number or the the word that's being repeated in each house. So in this house, we have millions, 10 millions, 100 millions. So the word being repeated is millions. So this house is the millions house. The next word and the next house that's being repeated is thousands, thousands, thousands. So this one is the thousands house. Okay, these are our basic units. So we're talking here, this is going to be our ones house because that is our most basic unit. Okay, so if we take our original number that we had and we put it into our house, it really helps us remember what we're going to say when we come to the comma. And the way I like to teach that we read this number is by reading this piece, saying the comma, and then reading the next piece. So we'll start with 53, say the comma, 281. So this number is going to be 53,281. Okay. 53,000, comma, 281. Okay. If we had a number in the millions place, then we would read this number, say millions, read this number, say thousands, and then read this number. Let's return back to the Eureka video and see what we are going to do next.
Please read this number with me. 270,850. You'll notice that everything you say, you can write in words. The comma here helps to separate the numbers in the thousands from the numbers in the hundreds, tens, and ones. Let's write this number now in our place value chart, and then write the number in expanded form.
Here I want you to pause the video and try it on your own. See if you can take that number in word form and write it in your place value chart. Then transfer that number to expanded form. Let's see if you got it right. This number was a little bit tricky because we have a 0 in the thousands place. So in order for you to remember that there would be a 0 in the thousands place, you really have to think about, remember our place value houses, and think about if we have 270, what does 270 look like? So 270,850. So each place value house has its own way of reading the number, just like a regular number. When she writes out her expanded form, notice that when we have a 0, she does not add in her 0. She takes each place value, and if there's a 0, she leaves it blank.
Let's read the number sentence together aloud. 200,000 plus 70,000 plus 800 plus 50 equals 270,850.
Here she's giving us a number in expanded form. Let's try this one together and see if we can put it into our place value chart and create a word form from there. On your place value chart, try it on your own. Please pause now and try it on your own. Here is our problem. 700,000 plus 8,000 plus 500 plus 70 plus 3. So since we have 700,000, that number is going to be in our 100,000s place. So our digit in our 100,000s place is going to be a 7. In our 10,000s place, we don't have any 10,000s represented. So we're going to put a 0. In our thousands place, we have 8,000. So the digit in the thousands place is going to be an 8. The hundreds place, we have 500, and the digit in the hundreds place is going to be 5. And then in our tens place, we have a 70, so the digit in the tens place is going to be 7. And then finally, in our ones place, we have a 3. So the digit in our ones place is going to be 3. After our thousands is where our comma goes. A good way to help you remember your place value houses and how to read this number is by grouping each of our 3 digits into one group. So in our house, we're going to read the number as if it was just a number by itself. So this number right here is 708. Then we say the comma. Then we're going to read the next number. So for word form, we have 708 thousands 573. Let's write that out. Okay, 708,573. Let's return to our video to continue working.
Please read this expression here with me. 700,000 plus 8,000 plus 500 plus 70 plus 3. Use digits to write this number into the place value chart. My sum is 78,573. Is this correct? My 7 is in the wrong place. Here, the 7 has a value of 70,000, but its actual value is 700,000.
It's important to note this mistake because a lot of times you guys might make mistakes like this, and it is always a great idea to recognize the mistakes of others so that you don't make those same mistakes. You're always learning from mistakes, whether they be your own or the mistakes of others, because oftentimes when it comes to 4th grade math, very often you guys always make very similar mistakes. So it is a great idea to never be embarrassed about the mistakes that you make because you're always learning from them.
Next, write the number in words. As you do, remember to think about the correct use of commas and hyphens. Let's say this together. 708,573. Excellent work today. Let's move into our problem set now. For your lesson 4 problem set, your must-do problems are here on the screen. Go ahead, set a timer or a watch for 10 minutes and complete those problems. If you have any additional time, feel free to work through any other problems on the problem set. For today's lesson, we read and wrote multi-digit numbers using base 10 numerals, number names, and expanded form. Remember to check in with your teacher, and I'll see you soon for another Eureka Math lesson. Bye!
Now we're going to try one more problem before you go work on your problem set on your own. The problem that we're going to do is pause now and try this problem on your own. Okay, we're going to start with expanded form. So starting with the first digit, this 9, the value of the 9, since it's in the 10,000s place, is 90,000. The 0 is in the thousands place. That means we won't have any thousands in our expanded form. Our 5 is in the hundreds place. So the value of this digit of 5 is worth 500. There's a 2 in the tens place. The value of the 2 in our tens place is 20. And then finally, we have a 3 in the ones place. The value of the 3 in the ones place is 3 ones. Our expanded form is 90,000 plus 500 plus 20 plus 3. And this equals 90,523. When we're talking about word form, remember we can use our place value houses in order to help us. By drawing a box around our digits in groups of 3, we can recognize what pieces go in which house. This house doesn't have 3 pieces, but we can still draw a box around the 3 place values, or the 3 places, so that we can recognize that this is not a 3-digit number, but we can still read it as a normal number. So if we just saw this number by itself, what would it be? That number is read 90. After we read this number, remember we say the comma, and the comma is read as thousands. 90,000, and then we're going to read this number, 523. Don't forget your comma. Now go try your practice set. Try your must-dos first, and then if you have time, go ahead and try your may-dos or your can-dos so that you get extra practice working with these skills.